Salam and good morning to all. My name is Michael Ian B. Sastrillo and I will be presenting my research. Title of the study, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Agrarian Reform Banner Program Implementation in Maguindanao Province. Statement of the problem. Generally, the study aims to assess the impact of the Agricultural Banner Program of Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Agrarian Reform, BARM, to the People's Organization in Maguindanao Province. Specifically, it seeks to answer the following questions. Number one, what is the socio-economic profile of the respondents in terms of age, sex, civil status, and educational attainment? Number two, what is the impact of Agriculture Banner Program of MAFAR in the life of the farmers in terms of economic and social? Number three, what are the agencies involved and their support in the implementation of the program? Number four, what are the problems encountered by the respondents? Theoretical framework. The study used the input-output conversion model. This model is functional graphs that identifies the input, outputs, and required processing tasks required to transform inputs into outputs. The model is sometimes configured to include any storage that might happen in the process as well. Other views, according to Chavez 2001, he introduced the neoclassical model that emphasizes the relationship between farm size, return to scale, and efficiency. The focus is on whether returns to scale in production can help in explaining the relationship between farm size and economic efficiency and identification of the optimal farm inputs. Chavez 2001. Conceptual model of the study. The illustration The figure illustrates the Agriculture Banner Program key determining as shown in the boxes at the left side. The first box refers to the respondent's socioeconomic profile in terms of age, sex, civil status, educational attainment, and household income. The box next to it refers to the impact of MAFAR agriculture banner programs in terms of economic and social approaches. It also followed by the box identify other agency involved in the implementation of the program and support to farmer beneficiaries for the sustainability of the program. The last box in the left side refers to the problems or constraints that government and non-government agencies, organizations encountered in carrying out their respective tasks. The box on the right side describes the level of impact of the agricultural banner program to the farmer beneficiaries, whether they have experienced great or less impact from engaging the project. Chapter 4, Presentation, Analysis, Interpretation of the Data. I will be presenting this chapter 4 of some statement of the respondents. This chapter 4 was presented based on the interview guide questions to the respondents. The questions are the following. How much is the average income before and after the program? According to Mr. Abdul Kadir T. Adam, I seek financial assistance to other line agencies. And fortunately, MAFAR banner program supported me by providing high-valued crop seeds such as vegetables. As of now, my average income per day is 250 by doing labor works. So in a year, I can generate of at least an average of 60,000 plus the annual average income in farming activities of 60,000. It gives me at least 120,000 income annually. The assistance given by MAFAR banner program is specifically on quality seeds distribution under high-valued crops development program significantly affects the economic life of the farmer beneficiaries and can uplift the economic status of the farmers. In addition, considering that Philippines is suitable for agriculture activities, the farmers are motivated and willing to engage in farming activities if there are such programs exist to assist the farmers. Most of the respondents don't have hauling vehicle. According to Mr. Abel Jabar, as of now, I don't have any hauling vehicle. I usually rent a hauling vehicle that costs 50 pesos per one sack, which is the prevailing renting fee in the municipality. If there are other fund institutions that support us, I wish to have a hauling vehicle not only for me, but for the whole association, for the benefit of the farmer members. For agricultural production, according to Mr. Samuel Talambo, the program introduced me how to farm and the benefit of farming. I do not know portion of own any portion of farming land before due to the intervention of Mafar Banner program. I was able to make a rent-to-own agreement with my elder brother for the land acquisition good for 1 hectare. For hospitalization and medicine, according to the respondents, we do not have enough fund for health and services, so we rely on the assistance from other partner agencies, and we only have volunteer health workers, so who we try to compensate whenever any funds or farm in kinds we have. There are no such provision of health services. The barangay requests for external players in providing health services. The barangay requests for provision of health services from the DOH Maguindanao in the form of medical missions in the barangays. The barangays are clustered in an area. For the housing, the respondent said that we have our own house built long time ago and planned some improvements to our house until such time the income from farming and other sources can sustain our basic needs. At present, the income of the respondents can only sustain the basic needs of their families. They still need to seek assistance from other line agencies to expand their production, to have an access of income, and to have a budget allocation for improvements and maintenance of their houses. For education, the respondents stated that we prioritize our children's future. That's why we push them to go to school every day for them to be educationally equipped. Our children were enrolled in public schools since our barangay only have volunteer teachers. As of now, we only afford public schools, but we also consider them to be enrolled in private school when we have enough income. Barangay have limited funds available for education sector. Thus, only volunteer teachers are sustained. The LGU requests for the provision of education services to cater the need of education. The involvement of other agency and contributions. The respondents are members of the Kauyagan Farmers Association and duly registered with the Department of Labor and Employment, Maguindanao. The contribution of the DOLE is in the association is the preparation of financial reports since most of the members of the association have limited capacity in preparing financial reports. The said reports are required for the renewal of their organization. Involvement of other agencies and contributions. For technical support, the municipality of Sultan Mastura linked the respondents to Japan International Cooperative Agency or JICA by providing the capability training on new farming tools, techniques, and technologies. Problems encountered. The land preparation is one of the problems encountered by the respondents since they use carabao as working animals to make preparations of their land for planting of high-valued crops. Also, one of the respondents is with person with disability but still can manage and capable to work on farm. Production inputs are sometimes challenging when affected by climate change, specifically the El Nino. The respondent said that when in good climate condition, around 5% is the mortality rate, while in drought or flooding period, it increased to 30% mortality rate on the farming inputs. Problems encountered. Addition to their experience was the problem of having voluminous harvest that was not sold since it is perishable in a short period of time. Establishment of market outlets is still be considered by the respondents. Chapter 5, Summary, Conclusions, and Recommendations. Summary of findings. Some of the respondents were having limited knowledge and experience as to preparation, introduction of new farming tools and technologies, and preparation of financial reports and imposition of management systems. Number 2, there are some areas are being affected by climate change, to be particular on El Nino and flooding. The result was decrease in target volume. and sometimes led to lessen the quality of harvested crops. Limited access to linkages to other fund institutions by the respondents, enterprise development programs of the other line agencies are not properly introduced due to no access on social media and other forms of advertisement. For the conclusion, the implementation of the Ministry of Fisheries, Agriculture, Fisheries, and Agrarian Reform banner program in the province of Maguindana was effectively implemented. The recommendation, despite of the conclusion, number one, there is a need to conduct several capability trainings such as social awareness and preparation, introduction of new farming tools and techniques, technical know-how on farming activities and financial reporting and management system. Capability training must be sponsored by other partner line agencies. Participation of the Department of Industry, DTI Maguindanao, to conduct market matching to the farmer beneficiaries of agriculture banner program and prospect industrial buyer to eliminate the problem of unsold harvest. Market matching involved marketing agreement to ensure that the produce is sold with suggested farm gate price. Strengthen the mitigation on the climate change measure, specifically on El Nino and flooding, which can cause a massive decrease in the production volume. Action planning with the Municipal Planning and Development Office and Risk Reduction Management Council is highly recommended and must include all farmer beneficiaries. The barangay shall strengthen the linkages and coordination with the local government units to ensure the effective and efficient implementation of the program and access to other funding institutions. The barangay shall conduct consultation meeting down to the farmer beneficiary prior to the implementation of the agriculture banner program. Provision of free crop insurance to all farmers beneficiary, good for one production cycle to secure the crops from fortuitous events. Number 7, there is a need to strengthen the monitoring and evaluation of the concerned local government units and its respective barangays to ensure the long-term sustainability of the program. Monthly monitoring and evaluation reports must be submitted to MAFAR BARM. That ends my presentation. Thank you and God bless.